Hello everybody, welcome back to Warcraft Brew. This is episode number 21. My name is Quissy.
And I'm Pasta Face.
And we're very excited to be back. It's been a couple weeks.
Hell yeah.
That seems to be the new norm now, kind of like maybe bi-weekly episodes based on our schedules and
also the news, that comes out. Sometimes it really isn't like noteworthy.
Yeah, because when I was taking notes for this episode of things to discuss, it is kind of nice to like look over like the past 2 weeks worth of information, I guess, and see what we could talk about.
Sum it up. Yeah.
Sum it up, exactly.
Absolutely.
We're going to cover a lot in this episode. I guess a lot has happened over the past 2 weeks.
I found the hat.
She found the hat.
Finally, I found the hat.
The hat. You've been talking about that hat for like, since we started this show, you've been talking about that hat, but for years you've wanted that hat.
Oh yeah. I've, no joke, have been searching for this hat for 10 years.
10 years.
And it was, what was it? I think it was originally on like the Jinx website.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, like it's just been nowhere, which it boggles my mind.
We could use bottle though.
It boggles my
your
mind.
Yeah.
That honestly, like this is still relevant. Jinx still has Warcraft merch. Like
they do?
Yeah. Like what? Where? 10 years. Where is this?
Especially the classic came out and everything. You know who wears that hat? I realized Noble. Noble. The lore guy. He does all the lore videos.
Oh yeah.
He in his like little profile picture, he's wearing that hat.
It's such a good hat.
It's a great hat, yeah.
And now we just got to find the question mark one. So
yes,
halfway there.
If anybody knows where the question mark hat is, like, let me know, because I'll wear the question mark hat. You know?
Or you know what? Like, just tell me who I gotta call, just to make this like a thing again.
That's true.
It's such a cool hat. It's such a cool hat.
It is, and it looks great on you.
Thank you.
I'm glad you finally got a hold of one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For those who can't see it, and for those who are just listening, this is the Quest Giver hat.
Oh yes.
From Jinx.
Quest Giver hat. Yep.
Please look it up, and you too will suddenly fall down this rabbit hole of, oh my gosh, where is this? Can I get one? I can't even get a knockoff one. Like I can't even kind of easily recreate this just to feel something.
Yeah. I mean, it's legit too. It has like the Warcraft
tag.
It's not Warcraft, Blizzard.
It's got the Jinx tag, and it's got the Blizzard icon in the back. I don't know if you could see it.
So it is official.
Yeah.
But it looks great on you.
Thank you.
I gotta say.
I still can't believe it. It's like finally.
I know. It's been years, literally, that she's been wanting that hat.
It's been 84 years. What is that, Titanic?
Yeah, would you find at the bottom of the ocean? Oh God. Okay.
What else?
Dad joke of the day. What are you drinking today?
Oh, today.
For today's episode.
Well, today has just been a day. I have experienced a new experience where I sneezed so hard that I almost simultaneously threw up and passed out. So I'm gonna take it easy for a little bit because my stomach's still like upside down.
Okay, let me give some backstory to that. We were grocery shopping before we started filming this.
Right.
And as you guys are aware, there's a pandemic going on. It's really bad in New York, so I don't know about where you guys live, but anytime we go into like any place of business, we are mandated to wear a mask. It's the state law. So,
it is also allergy season.
Season.
It is the peak of allergy season, and if you do sneeze and audibly sneeze, you are shunned.
Yes.
And you are the devil.
You don't want to scare people, right? If you sneeze in public, people think you have the Rona. So it's like, you got to be very careful. So we try not to cough or sneeze or anything.
Right.
It's because of our allergies, but again, you got to be very careful. You don't want to like cause a panic.
I don't want to offend.
But we don't offend anybody. So we're in the supermarket and we're waiting to order some like prepared food. And I'm like going through the things and I'm like, does this look good? And you're like, I'm like, how about this? You're like, yeah, it's okay. And I'm thinking in my head, like, what is wrong with her? Like, what?
You jerk.
Like, she's on another planet today. And then I had no idea. You told me that you had, like, pushed in that sneeze or whatever.
I seriously went in and up. Like,
Ugh.
it just, I have never experienced that feeling before in my life.
The thought of suppressing a sneeze does not sound nice.
Especially during this pandemic and just constantly having
During
allergies.
these challenging times.
Yes, during these unprecedented, yes, trying times.
Very trying.
You just kind of you kind of get like a knack for it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a skill talent, a useless one, but you know, it's still.
Some talent trees you have to put a talent into an unuseful one in order to get to the useful one.
There you go.
I understand what you're talking about.
And I did not have that talent point because I almost threw up and passed out at the same time.
That's terrifying.
Like that's how hard it was. Like it was a gutsy
I didn't
sneeze.
hear it. Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Thank you. I think
you were very paranoid about that.
One woman kind of noticed a little something and she kind of turned around and was like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna pass out in the hot food section right now, dude.
Well, when we were paying for our goods at the cashier, you were like, you know, towards the front. I was more towards the back of the
checkout line.
The checkout line.
Yeah.
And I let out a cough, and it was just like one cough. It was like, you know, like I don't know. My throat was dry or something.
You do that.
The cashier just went up and looked at me.
I didn't even
like,
notice.
Real quick, and I was like, oh shit.
Yo.
And it was like, I don't know, it was like, you know, sometimes you just cough. You just let out like one simple, innocent, harmless cough. Yeah. She just looked at me real quick and then like kept doing her things. But
yikes.
Yeah.
So long story short, I'm drinking peppermint tea.
Peppermint tea.
It's a brew, so I'm not wrong.
Oh, it is a brew. Yeah, it doesn't have to be an alcoholic beverage. It could be a coffee, a tea, a beer.
Yeah.
Any sort of beverage. But speaking of the supermarket, when we were at the supermarket, we bought some extra White Claws and Big Wave Kona beer. Kona Big Wave beer has been one of our favorites.
Yeah.
It's kind of light.
The blue one.
It's the blue one.
Like
it's
the
like
blue one.
Surfboard, you know.
Hawaii. It's got Hawaii like printed on the bottle. It's really good. It's a really nice light beer. Highly recommend.
But something caught my eye when we were in the beer section, and it was this Brewdog Choco Libre beer. It's apparently a Mexican hot chocolate Imperio Nitro Stout, and I had to write that down because I could not remember that at all. Mexican hot chocolate Imperial Nitro Stout.
It's just so much going on.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in there, right?
Yeah.
And you tasted this. It's actually delicious. There's like a little bit of cayenne in there.
It does taste like a Mexican hot chocolate.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's very good.
It is 8.2%, so it is a little potent. So I'm gonna try to sip it. If I'm finished with it by the end of this episode, you know I'm pretty lifted.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be feeling some things.
We're gonna be feeling some things, that's for sure. But we're open to suggestions for new brews. You could shout us out on Discord. My Discord info will be in the link on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. But you could also tweet at us. I'm Quissy TV on Twitter.
I'm the Pasta Face.
The Pasta Face on Twitter. So use the hashtag Warcraft Brew and suggest beverages for us. You could even suggest stories, because we're gonna go over a few like Warcraft related stories in here, like some cool tidbits that we heard about that we wanted to share with you guys. So anything like that, feel free to discuss. Another thing is that speaking of beverages and brews, we are planning to do some virtual happy hours with our patrons. It's probably just going to be like a Discord get-together. You don't have to be on video or anything like that. Just something low-key where we can get together with some of our biggest supporters in the community.
Hell yeah.
Because, that being said, thanks to our wonderful patrons, we were able to purchase this new setup that you're looking at currently.
It's still a work in progress, but you know
yes,
what?
it's still a work in progress.
We're trying out some new things, so hopefully, it'll look more brewy.
Yeah. So we so with the Patreon money, we bought the this green screen that you see behind us. There's also stands that you can't see, but it's holding up the green screen. And actually, you can't see the green screen because we're green screened out, but it's there.
You can see it if I do this.
Yeah. oh, my editing.
I just waved my hand in front of the green screen, which is like a big production no-no. Like, you never do that.
Yeah. And we're trying to be as descriptive as possible, because if you are just listening on audio, that's fine. But we also purchased this round table that we're sitting at. It's kind of like a easier way for us to look at each other while we're doing the cast.
Oh yeah, doing the brew.
Doing the brew.
Do the brew,
That.
Oh yeah. Let's do the brew.
So before we get into that, I do want to shout out our Patreons, Spellslinger, Kjax, Bobby Moons, Jamone, Matt S, Tension Mask, Holb, Chris T, Sean O, Cargdom, Doug S, Jeffrey N, and Bruce C. So thank you guys so much for all the support so far.
Hell yeah.
You can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/WarcraftBrew if you want to join us on Discord for virtual happy hour, or help contribute to us bettering this.
Either way, I mean, honestly, it's entirely up to you what you want to do with your money. You know.
Hey, it's totally up to you. So I guess we could get started on the episode. I mean, we technically started it already.
But now we're actually going to go into the Warcraft content. So we are doing the brew.
Yes,
I like that. Do the brew.
Well, I write these notes beforehand just to keep us organized. So I'll divide it into sections. Like intro, IRL section, classic, TBC, Shadowlands.
Yeah, you're a lot more organized than I am. I'm just like, oh yeah, let's talk about the Lucid Nightmare and how it flies now.
Which we should talk about, yeah. But so I try to go through this in an organized way.
Ooh,
so there's structure.
You printed double-sided.
I did, and you pointed that out last episode.
Yes, it just impresses me. Always.
What can I say? I'm fancy with my my paperwork.
Quality content right there. Efficient.
We're just trying to do our best. What can I say? So yeah, let's get into it. Actually, over the past week, we were featured on our friend's podcast, It's Always Sunny in Stormwind. They're Corey, Miles, and Pakrik. We've known those guys for a while. We met them at BlizzCon and PAX East, and awesome dudes. They recently joined Warcraft Radio as well. So if you want to check out them or the episode that we're featured on with them, definitely check out It's Always Sunny in Stormwind. You could find their latest episode features Pasta and myself on there.
Highly recommend.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was just like a normal conversation. It didn't even feel like a podcast in a way. It just felt like we were talking to friends for an hour. So
shooting the shit.
Yeah. That's what I try to go for with this show.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Shooting the shit.
But speaking of other podcasts, we actually have a big announcement with Warcraft Brew.
Wait, we're doing it?
We're not doing it now.
Okay.
No. I would have told you.
Okay, I was like, oh.
The announcement is we have a big announcement coming.
Yes.
We can't tell you yet. It's top secret. But by the next episode of Warcraft Brew, you'll know what the announcement is. Some big changes, some great changes. We're really excited. We can't tell you, but we can tell you to keep an eye out for a big announcement.
Get ready.
Get ready.
Get ready to get rowdy. It's about to get
to get rowdy.
Pretty intense.
That's right. We're stepping it up, man. Mm-hmm. We're stepping it up.
I don't know. You might see a G Fuel or something here. Could you imagine? No, that's not it.
It's not G Fuel.
Could you imagine?
Man, all this hardcore gaming, I really need the energy to keep going. I don't know. All right. Well. Let's get into some classic news.
Hell yeah.
So as I mentioned, we were going to cover some stories. So one headline that I saw, this was through Reddit and WOWHEAD, a guy named Dr. 5 leveled from 1 to 60 only killing boars.
Like, has anyone else done that before? Because I feel like people have. It's just gone undocumented.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe back in the day, like when the original South Park episode came out, somebody did it.
Yeah.
But we didn't have Twitch back then. We didn't have like as much YouTube.
We didn't have like that much internet.
Yeah, we barely had internet.
Yeah, so there was really no way to connect other than word of mouth. It's like, yo, you hear John? Like, yo, he just leveled 60 off of boars.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it was legit. He wasn't trying to cheese it because he didn't have any like fame and glory other than word of mouth.
Yeah, that's right. Or AIM.
AIM. Oh, AIM. Yeah. Yeah. Mom, can you get off AOL? I want to play World of Warcraft. My mom still uses AOL.
Oh my god.
It's so cute.
That's
but you know what? It works for her, Like she'll use her Chrome, her Google Chrome when she needs to, but like everything she needs is in AOL. So she checks her mail, she has all her favorite links, I think, and I think she plays games, so hey, if it ain't broke.
Your mom's adorable.
I know, she is. She's great.
Cute.
But so yeah, this guy, he was a dwarf hunter. He got to level 60 by just killing boars. How do you kill that which has no life? I can't imagine how long it took. I think somebody said in-game it took like nine in-game days, but I feel like it would take longer than that, no?
Well, I feel like if it was any other class other than hunter, mage, I feel like would kind of go toe-to-toe with that, just because of the AoE.
Try to AoE. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I was going through some of his YouTube videos because I guess he uploaded everything on his YouTube channel.
Oh, wow.
And he even has a pet boar.
I was just gonna ask that. Oh,
he's gotta have a pet boar, right?
Absolutely.
But it seems legit. And hey, I mean, if you're doing something like a hardcore challenge, why can't you kill boars to level 60? It's kind of a similar concept.
I know.
Right? Except at least if you're killing boars, maybe you could equip better gear and buy stuff off the auction house. But that's interesting. So the guy's name's Dr. 5, if anybody wants to check that out. I will say though, it does seem rather boring. You get it? That's my dad joke. Okay. All right. So there's another guy on Reddit who named Munch PMC, I think, and he posted screenshots that he recreated Arathi Basin in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Did you see that too?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, nice.
Like from time to time I'll see like people share stuff on Reddit like of things they've built in Minecraft. Mm-hmm. I want to say I think I've seen like Stormwind built in Minecraft. Were you on Reddit? Like it was probably like last week. These guys shared a screenshot of their city that they've been working on for like 8 years.
Oh no.
It's like it has a name and everything. I can't remember it, but it was like there's like a team of 400 people working on this city.
Oh wow.
And it's been a project for like 8 years.
I saw, what was it? It was like on our Insane Parents, where some kid was like working on this elaborate city for 8-10 years, and just due to like, the pandemic and the virus and what's going on right now, his dad was just like, you're spending way too much time on this game, and he deleted it.
Oh, that's a meme now, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
I think that's a meme. At least on Reddit, because when I saw the city that was working on, people were joking, oh, did you make sure your dad doesn't delete it or anything?
Yeah.
So that's like a thing now.
Yeah, he was like, oh no, like you need to like do activities, so he just like deleted.
The dad knew how to delete a Minecraft world?
I mean, it's not that difficult.
Yeah, but if he knows how to delete a Minecraft world, he should at least have the appreciation to know what the kid is working on, right? Especially if he knows he's in creative mode. Okay, I don't know. I never played Minecraft. I just know a lot about it for reasons.
People are just the devil.
Yeah.
They really are.
Some people should not be parents.
No. Wow.
And if you are, like, more power to you, I got to admire.
Oh my God.
Functional parents.
Yes.
Like, cheers to you. Hats off. Especially during this pandemic.
I can't.
Cheers to the parents who are home with their kids and doing well.
Just hearing about that just makes me want to drink, so hope you're in a better spot.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm good.
That cayenne in this brew is
Right?
delicious.
It's really nice.
It's amazing. All right, next topic I have written down, the 15-year anniversary of Leroy Jenkins passed.
Aww.
When was the first time you saw that video? Was it like back when it was kind of fresh?
Oh yeah, it was back in the day when it was fresh, and I was like, oh my god.
I thought it was real for years. I didn't know it was fake.
Oh, it's fake?
Yeah, it's staged.
It's staged?
Yeah. Wait, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
See, I didn't know that either.
Are you kidding me?
It's staged, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I know, right?
No, it's not.
It's.
I don't believe this because the guy is talking like the one of his guildies is just like so hardcore on like the numbers
like,
and the percentage. Like
yeah.
that's not fake.
I'm pretty sure it's fake. I mean, you guys can confirm, listeners, let us know, but I'm pretty sure it was staged, and the guy who played Leroy has come out and like said that.
Oh my god.
I mean, he's done voice work for Blizzard. He's in Hearthstone. I think he did the voice for Leroy in Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Leroy. But yeah, no, for years I'm so glad. Okay.
You
okay,
basically
I'm not
like
the only
told
one.
me the Easter Bunny is dead. Like.
See, I thought that was common knowledge.
Wow.
Because I thought I was the one who was like gullible.
No.
It's a meme.
Oh.
It's
wow.
a meme before memes were memes.
Yeah, as
Right?
I was witnessing it, like you could tell when you're in the presence of greatness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was so iconic that you could even tell that was like light years ahead of its time. It's like, have you ever seen Big Trouble in Little China?
No.
Okay.
It's a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie. It's a movie with oh god, what's his name? Kurt Russell. It's just like light years ahead of its time. It bombed when it first came out because people just kind of didn't really understand it.
Okay.
Light years ahead of its time. But anyway, when you're in the presence of like an icon, you know.
We'll have to watch that movie.
Yeah. Big Trouble Little China.
Yeah, so 15 years. My
That's
goodness. Time just keeps on flying by.
What I want to know is, where is he now? Like, does he have a day job?
I know, you guys are at computers listening, or probably most of you are at computers. You could probably Google this, like, who is the Leroy Jenkins guy? Like,
does he
is
collect
his name out
royalties from this? Can he? Because that's
I don't know.
World of Warcraft property. I
don't know.
So
I don't know. I mean,
intrigued.
Blizzard hired him for voiceover work, so do voiceover actors get royalties?
I think so, absolutely, because they're actors
Yeah,
and
so
actresses. Yeah.
interesting. A lot of people tell me I should do voiceover work.
Yes.
How do I get into that?
I don't know. Blizzard.
We need a Quissy Pasta NPC in TBC Classic.
If I
TBC. It wouldn't be added to TBC Classic in Shadowlands.
if I could get like a hell yeah just snuck in there
Oh
somewhere,
my god.
I would.
Like even a quest line that has like a subtle hell yeah in there. It doesn't even have to say our names.
Yeah.
All right.
Just hell yeah.
The ball's in your court, Blizzard.
Even like just a pasta dish.
Yeah, like a pasta like food that you could consume for a buff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one that you could cook.
Yeah.
There really
with
isn't
cooking.
Yes.
Yeah. There were like a lot
Cook
of
with
noodles.
cooking. Yes.
Yeah. There were a lot of noodles in like Mists of Pandaria.
Yes, but not like mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Yeah, it gives you like a stamina buff or something.
Yeah. I would. Hell yeah, it does.
Or it like causes your character to shout hell yeah.
I would love it. But you know what?
And we have plenty of ideas. Plenty of ideas.
Today's not that day, but it'll happen. Give us 15 years.
15 years. So back into like actual updates with Classic. So layering has been removed again for the second time. It's been so far so good with the removal of layering. People were kind of scared that the queues were going to come back. And peak time in Classic is usually Tuesday night. That's when most guilds, I would say, raid. So that's usually peak day and time. This week at peak time, there was a short, like maybe 20-minute queue on my server, Faralina.
Oh wow! And that was
on
Faralina. That's
yeah.
nuts. Okay.
So 20 minutes compared to like 3 hours is fine. Like I could deal with 20 minutes. Most people log in early for their raids anyway, like usually an hour to a half hour before to prep. So it should give them enough time if they were unprepared. But yeah, so far so good. You know, the queue times haven't been that bad. And any other day other than Tuesday, I have not experienced the queue.
Hell yeah.
So that's just on Fairlina. I don't know about other servers. You guys could let us know what's going on your servers. But yeah, so far so good. Back to 1 layer.
Yay!
It was getting so complicated with the layer, like, especially with the Onyxia buffs and the Nefarian buffs.
Shit.
I have this add-on, it's called Nova World Buffs. A lot of people ask me what that add-on is. It's called Nova, just in case people are wondering. And Nova would tell you what layer you were on, and it would give you the timer on the world buffs on like the Onyxia head and the Nefarian head for each layer.
Oh, whoa.
So you could say, like, if you're on layer 1, you could see that on layer 2, there's no Nefarian timer, which means somebody could turn in the head. So there's like all these complications, like, oh, could somebody invite me to layer 2 so I could get the Nefarian buff, like,
yeah.
It's crazy. So I think it's a lot easier actually now to coordinate world buffs now that it's reduced to the single layer again, because now you don't have to worry about like, okay, somebody get me to layer 2, I gotta get my Onyxia buff. So it's been a lot easier. We have our ZG buff now too, that's another world buff added to the list. And yeah, so layering, that's it for layering, I guess.
That's cool. I mean, you know what? I think especially in trying times, they should be allowed to just, reintroduce layering again.
Yeah, I mean, it had to be done.
Yeah.
I think it had to be done.
Absolutely.
Nobody, I don't think, enjoys sitting in queue for 3 hours. The fact that there were no queues for these past few months was essential,
right.
I think. I couldn't have seen it happening any other way, so it's fine, but I'm glad that there's no queues, so we'll see how it goes. Continue to monitor the progress. What else with Classic? So paid character transfers are still left in place though, so even though they lifted the layering, paid character transfers are still a little bit limited depending on what server you're trying to transfer to. So for example, I've been thinking of transferring my druid Ungrobulus to Fairlina. I was coming up with all these like harebrained schemes, like, oh my god, I could do so much farming with my druid and my pally. My druid could stealth in Dire Maul and get those ghost mushrooms that I use invis pots for on my pally. I would save money on the invis pots. All these like crazy schemes. So I was like, I should do that, I could make a lot of money. So I was testing it out. I went to the paid character transfer screen, and currently the transfer is disabled for transferring a character to Fairlina.
I know it.
I can't do it.
I know it because you were pressuring me to transfer over some characters to Fairlina.
Well, I wasn't pressuring.
You were like, hey, we're gonna do it. We're gonna.
Well, Tuna was thinking about it.
Yep.
So if Tuna was gonna do it and Jive, I think you should have done it. But
right. But
it's up to you.
I knew as soon as you just stopped talking about it that's what you ran into.
You knew. I didn't even have to tell you.
You didn't even have to tell me, and I was just like, huh. All right, I haven't heard about that in 3 days. Huh.
She's been awfully quiet about that transfer. You know me well. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested in transferring a character. There may be certain limitations based on your destination server. Maybe it'll change in the future.
I think so.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you hear about the war games that was added to Classic? The war game feature?
No.
They implemented this feature where you could set up an organized battleground between two pre-organized teams.
Oh.
And it's called, I guess they call it a war game. And the leader the leader, they could go into spectator mode too.
Oh.
So they could host tournaments.
My god, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's a big thing that was added to Classic.
Holy moly.
So people have been kind of toying around with that. I'm sure we'll see some tournaments. I'm sure Tips is going to host something.
Oh,
Tips does a great job hosting those tourneys. In fact, the CDL just ended today. His Classic Duelers League.
Who won? Do you know?
It was either when I was watching it, I think it was the finals. It was a shadow priest named Trexor, Bean the Hunter, and Guzu, I think.
Oh,
Those
wow.
were the top 3, but I don't know who won.
Okay.
So, yeah. But like the overall production of that was great, and Tips was wearing a suit for the
That's
for the
so
finals.
funny. Hell yeah, dude.
It was very good. It was, like the overall production of that is great.
Hell yeah.
So I thought of him immediately when I heard of War Games, because I'm like, I'm sure he's gonna host a tournament. That would be fun to watch.
Of course, if anything, I feel like he was the biggest advocate for some sort of a spectator mode.
Yeah. I know Apes already did like kind of like a tournament this week. I was watching their GM Mitos was hosting. I don't know the details on the tournament. It was probably mostly EU guilds, since they are in the EU. But yeah, they were doing like a Warsong Gulch tournament, and Mitos was in spectator mode. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it was cool to see that they were like immediately utilizing that feature and kind of testing it out.
Yeah, nice,
So,
nice.
We'll see what kind of cool creative tournaments we could come up with.
Yeah.
That being said, for anybody who's curious, there is no honor gains when you do these war games, these organized war games. So it's not like you could farm each other for honor or something like that.
Right.
So that was just something I thought of immediately. I was like, oh wait, do you get honor from these? But no, but it's for pride and glory. Cheers to that.
Hell yeah, dude.
The last tidbit for Classic that I really want to mention is that I created a community guild on Azure Song, the server Azure Song, on the Horde side, a very casual leveling guild. It's called Chill, Chill. Anybody's welcome to join. So if you're looking for a change of pace, if you want to experience, maybe if you're Alliance and you want to experience the Horde side of things, in a not fast-paced environment, just a fun guild.
Yeah.
Please join us. Please roll on Azure Song. It's a low pop server to begin with. That was one of the things I wanted to go for. I wanted to go for the opposite of what my main is. So my main is Alliance on a PvP server, and it's a high pop server. So Azure Song, I'm Horde. I'm on a PvE server, and it's low population, like super low pop. The reason I wanted PvE too was just to like have an uninterrupted leveling experience too. I really wanted to just kind of immerse myself even more in the open world gameplay without having to worry about like looking over my back every 2 seconds and like making sure I'm not getting ganked, you know, which is always a concern if you're on a PvP server. So those were the reasons I chose Azure Song. I hope I'm saying it right, because first I was saying Azure Song. Azure Song.
You were saying, yeah, Azure.
Azure Song?
Mm-hmm.
How do you say it?
I don't.
I just don't say it.
I just don't say it.
Azure? Oh, maybe the U? Azure Song. Well, anyway. You're welcome to join us. This is my PSA for Chill. Is my little Horde guild. We don't have super, like, you know, ambitious plans if we all get to level 60. I'm not going to host level 40 raids or anything like that. I just want it to be super chill. We could do ZG. We could maybe do AQ20 when it comes out. But no 40-mans, like nothing crazy complicated like that. We just want it to be very calm and casual and fun, most importantly. So shout out to everybody who's joined the guild so far. And like I said, open invitation to anybody who wants to join. And you could join my Discord for more information on that if you're interested. Cool?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I need to join.
Yes. You need to make a character.
Yes, I do. I don't know what I should make, but I don't usually play Horde. That's the funny thing. I'm mainly Alliance.
And that's the beauty of it for me, because I'm so used to playing Alliance in Classic. So it's kind of a completely new experience for me. Like going to the Barrens, going to the Crossroads, and just leveling in the Barrens for the first time in Classic. Haven't done that before. And it's funny because I'm running into, like, I guess situations that are well known to Hordes, but are not known to Alliance.
Right.
Like, some NPC will kill me or something, and they're like, oh, every horde knows that. Every horde who's leveling in the Barrens knows that that guy is gonna kill you if you go into that, that dwarven bunker.
That's funny.
I'm like, okay, well now I know. It's probably like killing Benny Blanco in Westfall. That guy with the pocket watch.
Yes.
That guy is no joke.
That's annoying. Yeah.
So like if you don't know, you just run in there. You're like, I'll kill Benny Blanco, no problem, and he just like. It's like that.
Smacks your bitch up.
Yes, smack my bit up. But yeah, think about what race and class you'd like to play.
Thank you. The way that you said that, I don't know, it just cracked me up.
You must join the family. Or you guys, let us know in the comments what you think Pasta should play on the Horde side.
Yeah, I'd be interested.
Yeah, you have experience playing a warrior, a rogue, and a hunter in Classic so far.
That's right.
Anything else? I think that's it.
Anything else? Yeah, no.
No. So, gotta think about this.
I know, right?
Yeah, we'll think about it.
Maybe a shaman?
Shaman, I don't know much about shaman.
Yeah.
They seem cool.
Yeah, right?
And it's completely different than
Yeah.
what we're used to. So.
Maybe I'll do that. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see.
Think about it. I would love for you to join Chill.
Chill.
No rush to level. You could just chill with us.
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, that's all I've got for Classic. I have a few notes for TBC. There's not really any updates for TBC.
I mean, yeah,
There's no news. Nothing's been confirmed yet.
I'm telling you, it's gonna get announced at BlizzCon. It just has to. And this is my theory too of why I think they haven't officially made an announcement yet, kind of confirming or canceling the event.
BlizzCon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, did you want to talk about BlizzCon later on?
Well, no, we could actually mention it now.
Hash it.
Yeah,
we can
mention it now. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's honestly, it's such a big announcement. Like you would want, I don't know, just like a big hubbub
for
to
TBC.
do. Yeah. Especially, if you mention, if you confirm TBC.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I gotta be honest, I think like they were gonna announce a lot more. We still haven't heard like a lot about Diablo 4. We got to try that out a little bit and then, it faded away.
Yeah, we haven't heard much about it.
Haven't heard much, but I think they were planning to announce a lot of big things this year. And I think it goes hand in hand with why they're so late with making an announcement, just saying, hey, tickets are on sale, or no, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to cancel this event. It's been silent, crickets.
Usually at this time. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you.
No. I was gonna say the same thing. Usually at this time,
we have our tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like 3 rounds of ticket purchasing.
Yeah.
And
media passes too. We had to apply for a media pass.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, with them being silent, makes me genuinely think that they truly are trying to make something work.
Yeah.
That they're not going to just outright cancel the event, that they are going to try to salvage basically this year anything possible. This year I feel like this year was supposed to be super big.
Yeah, definitely a big year.
Yep. So that's my prediction, was that they were going to announce something TBC related this year.
Oh, for sure.
At this year's BlizzCon.
Oh, yeah.
As well as like Diablo 4 and just so much shit.
Diablo Immortal. So.
Well, yes.
Yeah, go on.
So.
Go on. I know what you're gonna say next.
There's just so many ways that they could go about this. So if, we can't go in person, there was always this virtual pass.
Yeah, the virtual
aspect.
ticket, yeah.
Yeah. So I think they really have like the best hand possible, like the best cards possible. They really have all the power here, because a lot of people WWE now, especially.
Yeah, I was thinking of WWE. Yeah.
They'll perform on their stage to no audience. So they'll just go about their business to an empty room.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be like the way of
BlizzCon.
the, I think that's just going to be the way of the future. Now, honestly, because not only like, there aren't like a lot of health risks or concerns, but not only that, but they will no longer be able to get harassed and hassled on
By the angry crowd, yep.
So
The hostile crowd.
The hostile crowd. So I feel like this year is really going to be a turning point for how they announce things at BlizzCon. Just here on out.
They don't have to worry about the crowd.
They don't have to worry about this asshole walking up and being like, "Is this an off-season April Fool's Day joke?" Like. Like, wow, dude, did you think that one all by yourself? Good job. You really got him, dude.
Got him. Well, here's the thing, too. So my question is, will they have a BlizzCon with a very limited capacity so that people could socially distance? Or would they just make it completely virtual ticket, like WWE style?
You see, I think it's either all okay or none of it's okay.
Yeah.
And either everyone is going to be happy or no one is going to be happy. So, you can't have this very limited access for some people and other people not.
Yeah.
I think, in that case, no one's going to be happy and everyone's going to have to do the virtual pass this year.
I think they have to do that. First of all, if they limit the capacity, they probably wouldn't need the convention center in Anaheim either, because that place is massive.
It's huge. It's
And
absolutely huge.
They don't need it if they're going to limit the audience.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Did they already have a contract in place? Like that.
We don't know.
That's my job right now. My job is just, it used to be when everything was, in person, was just coordinating events and coordinating all these moving parts for this production.
Yeah.
Making sure the venue was locked down, had a contract signed, everything was in place. That was part of my job. So I noticed the pattern and I could kind of possibly see what they're dealing with here. Like, was there a contract in place? Like, what happens now?
Yeah. That would just be unfortunate, to rent that entire convention center and not be able to utilize all the space.
Right.
What they could do is, because I watch some of the media conferences with the governor of New York and even White House press conferences. I don't watch those too often. But they'll allow people in the audience, but mostly the people in the audience are members of the press or of the media. So maybe they could limit it to just members of press and media, which would be great for us.
Yes, I think that would be great, but I think that
would suck for everybody else.
That would suck for everyone else, and it would cause a lot more streamer hate, too.
Yeah. Where do the streamers get to go?
Wow, streamer prio. It's really streamer prio right there. It's like, I don't know, maybe you should start a YouTube channel then.
Oh, and people do.
Yep.
No, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, I could see that, a lot of hatred being, animosity towards content creators and members of the press and the media.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny because we got a media pass at BlizzCon this past year, and I feel like we really utilized the media pass. A lot of people get it and they're just like, yeah, I'll just tweet about it or something.
Yeah, oh, cool, I could skip the lines.
Yeah. But for us, we documented BlizzCon. We tried to be as thorough as possible. It took
a day. It did take a day for us to fully learn what was accessible to us. And
yeah. And this year, if we were gonna have media passes again, I would utilize that even further. Interview people, put videos up on YouTube. It's not. For people with media pass, it shouldn't be a fun vacation.
Right.
And
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I remember going into the media room and just off the top of my head, seeing a couple friends like Corey or like Hazel, they were in there working on video content to get released ASAP while they were at BlizzCon. They weren't out there walking around the floor.
Yeah.
They were like working.
Yeah.
Even the WOWHEAD team members that I ran into, they were, oh my God, they go crazy for BlizzCon. They're like nonstop. Like Warcraft Radio too. Remember those guys?
That's right.
When we spoke to them, they were doing a live stream, and they, I think it was Kexman. He said that like he barely had a chance to like take a breath because they were just interviewing people all day and like going from one spot to another.
I know.
It's a passion, you know. It's like a what's the word? Something of passion.
It's a labor of passion.
Labor.
It's a labor
of love.
Yeah.
I thought passion is something. I don't know.
Leave a comment down below if you know what Quissy's talking
Is it
about.
passion? I don't know. Labor of love. I think that's what I'm trying to say. You guys know what I'm talking about, okay? You know what I'm trying to say. It's a labor of love.
But it really is, and
But it is, yeah. And I wanted to like go even hard. Yeah, I wanted to go harder, like for BlizzCon if we were gonna go. You know,
Hell
like
yeah.
to get videos up and even maybe live stream from the floor. People are doing that too.
Yeah, I would have loved that. I would have loved to do something like that. The only thing that was like challenging for me, besides carrying the heavy gear, was just having to deal with the security. Like it felt like for me, even though they really had. Did you hear someone sneeze?
Oh no.
Okay, sorry. I thought I heard somebody sneeze.
Oh, maybe next door?
Yeah.
Well, good thing we're not in the same room.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I just, even though they got like a really very, very tough job, you know, I don't want to like undermine that or downplay that. They got an incredibly difficult job. I just felt like they were so unorganized.
They were a little
year.
unorganized, yes, and with the media passes too.
Yes, especially with the media passes. Like so I had my wristband on and I had my lanyard on, and they're color coordinated. So you know, like a media pass was like what, blue?
Different color.
Yeah, it's like different. It's different from everything else. So you know, I got everything incredibly visible. I'm handing them my backpack, and then all of a sudden they start freaking out because I have a camera, and like I have a legitimate camera, and they're like, "Oh, well, you have a camera." I'm like,
and clearly we have a media pass.
and I'm like, I'm media, and they're like, oh, okay, because you can't have a selfie stick in here, and I'm like, that's not a selfie stick.
Yeah.
It's a shoulder mount.
I spent my hard-earned money on that.
Asshole.
It's not a $10 selfie stick from Amazon. Oh lordy. Oh lordy.
But you know what? They really have a tough
They have
job.
a lot
and
on their plate.
It's relentless too, those hours.
Because imagine if something does slip by and something happens, like that's a lot on somebody.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly. So you know what? I'm not mad that they're doing their job.
Yeah.
It's just, you know,
Hats off to those guys.
Exactly. Hats
Essential
off.
workers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just I would hope that the next in-person convention they just have a little bit more coordination on the floor as to where people could go and who cannot. So.
And it's such a huge event. Like there's so much going on, so many moving parts.
Yeah.
They must plan for BlizzCon for the entire year.
And that's what I'm saying.
So
there's a contract in place. Like as soon as one ends, the next one starts.
Yeah, it has to be. That's like a year of planning. So what are they doing now with it?
I know.
You know,
which is
it's
why I think they're still trying to make it happen. I think they still are.
They haven't canceled it, so we're still hopeful.
They said it wasn't looking good.
Oh, you know.
They said it wasn't looking good, but that was during the peak. That was during the peak of the pandemic.
Although, you know, now that I'm remembering, New York, I mean, we're in the New York City vicinity, so for us, I think things are going to slowly start opening the first week of June.
Right.
But not everything. Like New York City beaches are not going to be open. Whereas in other places like New Jersey, maybe, I don't know about Connecticut, but I know New Jersey, the Jersey Shore, the beaches are going to open. Anyway, my point is, I remember reading somewhere, and you guys could fact check me on this, that LA was going to be in stay-at-home order until like August.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I know BlizzCon's in Anaheim, but that's not too far from LA. So if they're gonna have this stay-at-home order until August, like,
that's a little intense.
I don't know. That is pretty intense, right?
Yeah. I would genuinely like to know if that's like legit or not.
Yeah. I don't want to like, spread false information. So again, you guys could fact check me on that. But yeah, I guess stay-at-home order encourages people to stay home, but it's not necessarily a lockdown.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I feel like just stay-at-home orders are different per state. And then especially per county, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
so,
for sure.
What does that entail?
Yeah.
That's the next question of, okay, it's until August, Y/N, okay?
Yeah.
And then what does that mean?
Yeah, so let us know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on BlizzCon? Do you think, what are the chances that it could happen? I think definitely they'll have it in some form, like virtual ticket, definitely. Whatever that entails, announcements, maybe like devs doing demos of live streams of gameplay and stuff like that. That would be cool.
I would like that. I always want, more praise and spotlight on the devs instead of just these like little Q&A segments. I honestly think more videos should be made just highlighting them and highlighting their hard work.
Yeah, it would be cool to see them. Like Omar, I would love to see you in Hellfire Peninsula, running away from the Fell Reaver. So this is just an idea.
Throwing it out there.
Just throwing it out there.
Throw this idea out there. If you don't like it, you can throw it right back.
You can throw it right back. Oh gosh. Well, actually that reminds me of 2 years ago for BlizzCon. During BlizzCon, they released the classic demo for anybody to play. Do you remember that?
Right.
So, if they are going to do a virtual BlizzCon, maybe we'll get a TBC demo.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So
can you imagine?
That's nuts. And like that just made me think of too, like, okay, those oh god, what are they called? Those floor demos. Those floor demos where you see like hundreds and hundreds of rows of computers, just beefy computers. Like when do they purchase those? Like are those rented, purchased? Like,
is that
how soon, how late in the game did they do that? Like
I mean so much of the equipment,
Do they have all of that in stock? And because, like, I don't know, we can't do anything in person this year, like, are those just going to be not usable anymore? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, what happens to all the equipment, all the visuals, all the graphics, everything, displays. They have amazing displays for BlizzCon, so. I don't know. You guys, like I said, let us know what you guys think, what your thoughts on the potential future BlizzCon will be. Anything else you want to say about BlizzCon?
Oh God, I just still have hope, and I think at this point, you can't knock someone for still hoping that this awesome god tier event is still gonna happen.
Even if like a month before they're like, okay, tickets are on sale, it'd still sell out.
Oh hell yeah!
No one's gonna give a shit.
Oh my god!
If the tickets are like one month before the actual event.
It could be 2 days. I don't care.
I'll be like, all right, let's get our plane tickets. So, I mean, I know, when you're traveling, people like to make their plans way in advance. Hotel, airfare, transportation, things like that. So. We'll see what happens. That's all we could do.
Only time will tell. So, just make sure you wash your hands so that BlizzCon could happen.
That's right. Wash your hands. All right. So let's move on to Battle for Azeroth, everybody's favorite topic. Some people out there still really enjoy playing BfA.
Where?
People like the visions of corruption or whatever. What? Corrupted vision? No, what's
the visions?
What is it called?
What is that bullshit called?
Oh,
the
crap.
visions. Oh wait, no, I want you to think of this now.
Visions of Orgrimmar, visions of Stormwind.
Yes, but what are those called?
It's not corrupted vision.
Actually,
Wait. Visions of corruption? No. What are they called? Corrupt. No, I don't know.
Aren't they visions of N'Zoth?
Oh, is that what they're called?
I gotta look this up now. Hold on.
The visions.
Yeah, the corrupted visions.
It is a corrupted vision if you think about it, because N'Zoth is corruption, right?
Yeah, they're called. Yeah, that's their name. Visions of horrific. Excuse me.
Oh, horrific. Yeah.
Visions
That's
of
what
N'Zoth.
I was looking for. Horrific. Okay. Corrupted, horrific, whatever. People do like that, and I think there's a big competitive portion of that people are enjoying.
Absolutely, yeah. And speaking of that, I think they did make it easier now to fully upgrade your cloak, which is something I'm really looking forward to. It was just getting a little ridiculous. Like I understood at the time whenever they would make a new update for the cloak, or a new level, excuse me, for the cloak, that it would take like 8 pages to complete, you know, so you would have to do however many runs, like a ridiculous amount of runs, just to get an upgrade. Now they're going to minimize that.
Okay.
So it's going to be easier to get to that level 13 or 15, I forget.
I have no idea, but
to the max level, that way, you know, you could start doing masks and whatnot, which sound also pretty badass. Which I kind of hope I could do.
What's a mask?
It's like it's basically, is it like a mythic plus? It's basically a mythic plus of a vision. It just increases, so your max level, it increases the difficulty from there.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so that it adds more layers of difficulty.
I know. Don't quote me on that. I'm not as savvy on BfA content. But I would like to be. I definitely like where they're going with all these new updates, especially now that, you know, BfA is obviously done, so they just want to make it as entertaining as possible. At this point. So, you know, of course we're going to get a little OP, like talents and shit are just going to get a little nuts, especially with, what was it, if you cleanse an item now, you could also re-corrupt it. Which is pretty cool. They are going to nerf, what is it? They're nerfing Gushing Wounds, which was one corrupted talent, or skill talent.
Corrupted corruption?
Yeah, corrupted corruption, thank you. But other than that, you know, you're going to be able to only what was it? Only recently cleansed. So, okay. So I think, and correct me if I'm wrong too, there may be a little bit of a bug. So if you have previously cleansed an item prior to this patch, it's not going to be able to get re-corrupted. It's only newly cleansed items that can get re-corrupted. So, or corrupted, just...
You lost me on the first corruption.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of, I don't know, there's a little bit of craziness going on in terms of what you can corrupt, what you can't corrupt, re-corrupt, excuse me. But, I don't know, hopefully they, like, all items could be re-corruptible by the official end of this BfA and the beginning of Shadowlands. I think hopefully by the very, very end, maybe that'll get ironed out a little bit more. But only time will tell.
Time will tell. Well, I know they have like a lot of OP buffs as well going on. Like there's the XP bonus.
Right.
And the reputation gain bonus.
Yes.
That they recently extended, actually. So if anybody's looking to get exalted with one of those tough factions, the reputation buff is active. What else did they add?
They added a corruption vendor.
They added a corruption vendor, and a lot of people seemed happy about that.
Absolutely, and that's where you could purchase the re-corruption. I don't even know what they're called.
What did I corruptions? I don't know. In my notes I just wrote corruption, so I don't know. You could only purchase 6 corruptions on sale at a time.
Yeah, fact check me.
I think it's going to be a rotating
It is.
availability.
It is rotating.
Okay,
It is rotating. So that's pretty cool. I think that's definitely interesting and definitely adding a new element to the corruption gameplay. So I'm pretty pumped about that. It definitely makes me want to go and play BfA. I don't know about you guys.
What is the currency that you use to purchase this corruption gear?
Oh, geez. That's...
Like, how do you acquire this currency?
You could get them from daily quests. Again, I'm just so bad with names. I'm so bad with names. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
I just see people now in the comments section just like writing.
How does she not know? Well,
like,
you know.
Well, I don't know because honestly, I don't give a crap about
We haven't been playing BfA that much, as you can tell.
Anyway, still respect it. Still respect it.
Yeah, respect people who like it too.
But you could get it from the world quests in Mista Pandaria, and then what was it, Uldum?
Uldum.
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Because
Veil
I
of
see
Eternal
people
Blossoms.
there.
Excuse me, Veil of Eternal Blossoms, and then am I saying Uldum wrong?
Uldum.
Uldum. Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
We know what you're talking about.
Thank you. I almost threw up and passed out just a moment ago. Like, cut me some slack, please.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I even got like the tunnel vision too. Like that's when I knew.
Scary.
Like I was like, I'm gonna pass out in this food court right now.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm like, what is she doing? Like she's not contributing. She's not responding to me. Does this look good? How about this?
And I'm just like, oh, oh no.
Well, anyway, that's all we have to talk about for BfA.
Yes.
How's your B mount going? I guess that's
oh my god,
because you've been working on your B mount.
I got the biggest fucking troll the other day, dude. Like I could have sworn I was revered, and
oh no, were you just honored?
I was honored.
Oh no.
And so to get the B mount, you need to go around and you need to, collect all these fucking jellies, dude. And then you could only kill like a certain rare a day that'll give you like some 500 reputation points, dude. And I thought it was so close to finally being done with this, and I wasn't. And
I am so sorry.
I just remember like I seriously, like, I just needed to go and I needed to collect, like, 3 more. So I did. I collected 3 more. I handed it in.
I remember when you told me that, too. You're like, yeah, I'm so close.
Yep. I handed it in. And then I just see, like...
You are now revered.
You are now revered. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh,
I guess I'm done here now. And I just signed up for the day.
No. I'm so sorry.
It's like, shit. Yes.
I'm sorry I asked about the B mount.
So close yet so far,
So
but
are you going to follow through with it, you think?
I don't know. The wound is
is
still fresh.
Okay, well, we let's move on to Shadowlands Alpha. We don't have to talk about BfA anymore.
Yeah, please. No more.
That bee has flown away. Shadowlands Alpha. A lot of updates have been coming out with the Shadowlands Alpha.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm fine, okay.
One thing that stood out to me was the devs, will occasionally respond to specific class feedback. So obviously I saw that Paladin class feedback had been acknowledged, and they responded a little bit to it. There were a few, spells and abilities that they were like, oh, okay, these 2, Seraphim and something else, this feels awkward together. Or like, okay, this is a new spell, how's this, blah, blah, blah. So I guess the point of what I'm trying to say is it's nice to see them responding to feedback from people who are playing the alpha and really taking that into consideration.
Absolutely. I just feel like now more than ever, they are just very hyper aware of all comments, good and bad, but just especially on like forums, just all over the internet, like the jokes, everything. They are just very hyper aware now. And honestly, like, that's what they should be doing.
You gotta be in tune.
Mm-hmm. You do. Just to
audience,
stay in the game, quite literally.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
But.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess, it's just refreshing to see that they respond to the feedback and they're like, okay, yeah, actually, you're right. This is weird. We're going to take a look at it and address it. So just
Absolutely.
keep it going. I noticed that Blizzard released a review of Oribos,
Yes.
which is apparently going to be the main player hub of the Shadowlands. So it's going to be where like all of your essential services you get for your player, you know, like, I don't know, the bank, your
It's gonna be the
auction
next
house.
Dalaran, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a sanctuary zone. So yeah, so it's going to be like a Dalaran or a Shatrath.
Oh my god, my New York accent came out so bad with that. Dalaran.
Dalaran.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the new Dalaran.
I mean, I don't know how. Who knows how to say all these words, right? Dalaran.
It's probably the long A. The long A sounds more.
Dalaran.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds more like Lord of the Ringsy, you know.
And that's why you should do voice acting.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Any voice actors out there? Anybody hiring? Okay, well, you know where to find me. Have you seen any of the previews of Oribos, this main hub?
I have not, no.
I'm
I'm so far behind.
No, it's fine. I saw like a few screenshots. I don't actually know if it's out on the alpha yet, but yeah, looks cool. Like, you know, they did an overview of the citizens of Oribos, like the different denizens, you know, that occupy the city, and yeah, that's pretty much all I saw. But it's something to keep an eye up. At least we know what the main hub is going to be.
Absolutely. No, I definitely wanted to revisit some parts of the alpha, especially on stream. But now, like, I have a faulty fan on my computer, and my computer is just like a couple months old. So I'm like, I kind of don't know, like, I want to experience this, but I don't know if I'll be able to stream it. So,
Yeah, we got to look into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has like 3 fans on the front of her tower, and the bottom one was like running slower and making a noise.
Yeah.
So.
I know. I first knew something was wrong when, like, the default color, you know, it usually
The RGB colors of the
just
fans
swapped between colors, and then all of a sudden it was just like red.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
and it was red for like a week, and then all of a sudden, like, this happened.
like, is it trying to tell us something that all the colors are red on the fan?
I feel like it's trying to speak to me.
Yeah.
I know it.
So yeah, we'll have to take a look. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Maybe it's
know.
like some dust. So we'll open it up. We'll spray. You know, we'll clean it. Maybe that'll resolve the issue.
Hell yeah. But I definitely want to check that out.
Yeah, I'm actually like a fan of sanctuary cities. Like, we didn't have that in BfA, really. Like, we had Borealis for Alliance, and then we had, Zandalar for Horde.
Yeah.
So Horde and Alliance were separated, but like, I love Shatrath, Dalaran. Those are like my favorite, one of my favorite cities, you know, thinking about expansions. And I think it's because it's a sanctuary city, and like, it's that big hub where everything is there. You know how many times in Dalaran, like, you know how there's the Alliance side and the Horde side?
Yeah.
You ever, like, I had this experience in, at the beginning of Legion, because I was Horde for years leading up to Legion. And then for Legion, I switched to Alliance. So in Legion, we were using Dalaran again, and I kept going to the Horde side by habit. And then, you know, they like port you out and they kick you and you're stunned for a few seconds, and I always be like, damn it, I keep going to the wrong side. So I wonder if Oribos is gonna have that, you know, where like, you can't go there because you're Alliance, you know, they're gonna kick you out.
Be fun, yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see what happens with Oribos. Hopefully Pasta Face can stream it.
Hell yeah. Please pray for my computer.
Yes, please pray.
It's just 2 months old.
Oy. So other Shadowlands stuff, just some quick things I took note of. There were improved undead customizations with the boneless structures. I know you were kind of a fan of that.
Long time coming. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to see that. Just looks awesome.
Hell yeah. Another thing that stood out to me was that they're changing pet battles, apparently.
Yeah.
Or they're changing the strategies, I guess, or like the abilities that certain pets have.
Which, you know what, I mean, honestly, I feel like it's been out long enough. Maybe it is the time to just kind of restructure some things. Yeah.
It's like, you know, Pokemon, they gotta change their
Yeah.
their games every once in a while.
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all. Yeah, because I know there's like some OP combos with the pet battles. Like there's the Black Claw ability with those like I know like those little raptors that I had.
Oh. Wow.
Black Claw, which is like gives you like a damage reduction on your well, you take your target takes more damage, and then you would use Hunting Party, where like it sends like a swarm at you, and then like each time it gets higher and higher.
Oh, wow.
And there would be like a lot of like one-shot combos with like one-shotting like a boss pet with
That's cool.
combos like that. So that's just an example. So it'll be interesting to see how they address that and if they change that up and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
So, and anything else about Shadowlands Alpha you want to talk about?
Nothing really. I mean, it just looks really cool, like with all the armor sets and whatnot coming out. It looks so awesome, and I think just choosing a covenant is just going to be so difficult.
Yeah, and they're going to make it hard to switch.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and they just all look so cool, and I mean, it's kind of cool in knowing that there really is no wrong answer, because everything just looks so badass.
Yeah.
But it's a little overwhelming. Like, which one do you go with? And
I know.
I feel like it supports alts more. So you want like to try to have an alt in every individual covenant. And
so like, would everybody in the same guild want to be in the same covenant or no?
I would assume so.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I don't know. Or like, do you want to be in the same covenant with your friends? Does that make a difference?
I think you may get like some sort of buff depending on...
Yeah, with other people in your covenant. So yeah, I don't know too much about covenants. I got to look more into them. But
Same.
It'll be interesting to hear. All right, so I guess that wraps up our WoW chat. There was a Warcraft 3 update that I just wanted to mention.
Yeah.
I guess there was like a huge update patch that was released for Warcraft 3 Reforged. I just scrolled through the patch notes, but they were hefty.
Really?
So they made a lot of changes and updates to the game, and I guess they're still working on it. But it's just like, why did you rush? Why did you rush the release? You know?
At what cost?
And it was so disappointing to a lot of people, and they refunded all those orders. Like, it was just such a shit show.
Yeah.
And nobody talks about it anymore because it's like that ship has sailed. So like, seeing these patch updates, like, does anybody care? Like, are people playing Warcraft Reforged? Like, I'm actually like, I'm serious. Like, are any of you guys playing Warcraft 3 Reforged?
Especially after these updates and changes.
Or you just like, if you are into Warcraft 3, are you just playing the original game? Like what? I don't know what. It just seems like it was a huge update. Is it worth the time?
Yeah.
Like,
true.
Is the game just like I really would like to see how many people are actively playing Warcraft 3 Reforged. I guess that's what I'm kind of curious about. Had such high hopes and it just did not.
Talk about an off-season April Fool's Day joke.
Yeah, right? Oh, God. And with that,
Ooh,
I think we're done.
Hell yeah. That was nice. It did a little twirl.
Yeah, it did a little swirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do you have anything else? Any closing remarks?
No, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 21. We're really happy we got to spend our time.
I'm so glad we had this time together.
Thank you for being a friend. As we said, you could follow us on our socials. I am Quissy TV on Twitch and Twitter. You are...
And I am the Pasta Face on both Twitch and Twitter.
And she did level up to a Twitch affiliate.
I did.
So...
Yeah, it was so cool.
Go give her some cheers next time she's live.
Thank you. Which will hopefully be soon. I hope I could get my fan in order. My lazy fan.
The lazy fan.
The lazy fan.
It's like,
and even sounds like that. It's just like,
yeah, it makes a noise. But yeah, give us a follow on the socials. YouTube, like I said, we're approaching 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, so I'd really appreciate it if you could slap that sub button and get me closer to that 20,000 mark.
Give it a good old slap. Show it a good
old
time,
slap.
you know?
And as we mentioned earlier too, if you would like to show any kind of monetary support, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/Warcraft Brew. And with that, I guess we're done. I should chug the rest of my beer.
Hell yeah, do it.
Cheers.
Do it.
Cheers, everybody.
Do it. Oh, but it's so good, so maybe you don't want to waste it.
I could open another one.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you again. Thank you for all the support. And yeah, catch us during a live stream. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.